Welcome to today's lesson. This is Keeping Up with Maths, and today we're dealing with statistics. So this is for grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12 basic statistics. So let's get started immediately. So what do we know? Statistics is divided into two. We have grouped data and ungrouped data. Ungrouped data. So obviously when we're dealing with group data, it's when we're dealing with intervals. So when they tell you maybe, for instance, that they're grouping a certain group of people according to the age or according to height or whatever, according to maybe the marks, whatever. So they put it in an interval. In mostly it's in a table form. They tell you that maybe they're measuring something like this. So this is group data. They're grouping a certain people according to a certain type of selection. And ungrouped data is when they just give you random numbers there that is not according to a specific way or group. So maybe they just list the number of marks for learners. So obviously we start with ungrouped data before we go to the other one. So ungrouped data, the questions that they can normally ask you are the following. They can ask you to calculate the range. How do you calculate the range? The formula for range is the largest number or the largest value subtract the smallest value. So if you want to know the range of all the data set, you're gonna subtract the largest number from the smallest number from the largest number, and you get your answer there. That's just about it. Nothing complicated there. Number two, they can ask you to calculate the mean. The mean is basically the average of your data set. So how do we calculate the mean? Look at this. X bar equals to sigma I xi over n. This stands for the sum of the values. So you're going to actually add up all the values that are given. You add them up together and you divide by the total number of your data set. Total number of the values. So if there are 13 people, you're going to divide by 13. If there are 20 people, you divide by 20. Just like that. Nothing hectic. Let's go along. Median. Median is basically the middle number. So if they say calculate the median, you need to calculate the middle number. But very important, you must make sure that your data is in ascending order. If your data set is not in ascending order, you cannot accurately find the middle number. So what is ascending order? Ascending order is the smallest number to the biggest. So you need to arrange. If it's not arranged, sometimes they do this for you. Sometimes they don't. So before you even look at this question right there, it's very advisable to start by arranging your data from small to big. And it's going to be easy for you to answer any given question along those lines. So let's go right along. So how do you find the middle number? How do you find the median? There's actually a formula that helps you to find the middle term. It's called Q2. So the median is represented by this sign. Q2 equals to 1 over 2n plus 1. Now you need to listen carefully. This formula does not give you the median. It gives you the position number of Q2. It tells you which position number in your data set is your median or is your middle number. So what you're going to do, you're going to calculate this and it will tell you, maybe for an example, you calculate and you get 5. So this means the median is in the 5th position. You go to number 5 and you actually take that value. That value is your middle term. I hope you get it. So what you get here is not your answer. What you get there is the position number to find. It's directing you towards the median, but it is not the median. So we are all there. Number 4, they might ask you to calculate the mode. This is very easy, very basic. The mode is the most frequent number. So the most frequent number, the number that repeats itself. So in ungrouped data, if maybe let's say it's the number of marks, 5 people got the same mark, that will be the mode. The most repeating number will be that specific number. In group data, you got to look at the frequency given. The highest frequency, you take the interval. That's where the modal class will be. I hope you get it. So you look at the most frequent or the number that it's repeating itself. That's so easy right there. Nothing hectic, nothing new, nothing strange. Let's go. I'm going to fold it like this just to be quick. So we're still right there. Let me do this quickly. Quickly. Yes. So number 5, we're dealing with our quartiles. Quartiles. Okay, what are quartiles? Quartiles are quartiles from the word quarter. Quarter meaning what? Quarter. Yeah, something like that. So quartiles is going to do what? Your quartiles are going to divide your data set into 4 equal parts. So what the quartiles does is to divide your information into 4 equal parts. So let's say we've got a data set like this. You're given values like that. So firstly, we're going to identify Q2. We said what is Q2? Q2 is the median. So we can see that the median divides the data into 2 equal parts. So this part must be equal to this part. So it's actually the middle number. It's like 50%. It's where it's cutting the 2, dividing the 2 into two equal parts. 2 equal parts. So we've got the first half and the second half right there. And those two values, the values on this side and this side must be the same. Now, when we calculate your quartiles, we're going to calculate the middle. So Q1 is the middle term of the first half. I hope you get it. The middle term of the first half, we call it the lower quartile. The lower quartile. I hope you can all see it. Q1 is the lower quartile. It is actually the middle term of the first half. And then here, Q1, Q2. So obviously what will follow there is what? Q3. Q3 is the middle term of the second half of the data set. So we call it the upper quartile. Right. So I want to show you this. We said the quartiles divide in the data set into how many parts? 4 equal parts. So we've got this part, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So can you see? These parts must be equal. Now we know the formula for this one. We said it is 1 over 2n plus 1. When we're calculating Q2, sorry. When we're calculating Q1, the formula is given by this. 1 over 4 open bracket 1 plus 1. Again, this will give you the position number. It is not the value of Q1, of the lower quartile, but it is actually what? The position number of the lower quartile. So this is 1 over 4. This is actually 2 over 4. But 2 over 4 simplifies to be 1 over 2. I can just show you right there quickly. So in actual fact, Q2 was supposed to be Okay, it's on stats mode. 2/4 becomes 1/2. I hope you can all see it there. Then on this part, so it's going to be 3/4 and plus 1. So if you want to calculate the position number of Q3, the formula is 3/4 open bracket n plus 1. So all of this, they give you what? The position number. Please don't forget that position number. After you get the position number, you really need to go to your data set and identify the position number of the data set. Perfect. So all of this, you need to make sure that your data is what? In ascending order. If your data set is not in ascending order, you won't get this question right. So from the quartiles, they can ask you something. They can say find the interquartile range. We call it the IQR, interquartile range. How do you find the interquartile range? It's given by the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So you're going to find your values there. You go to the position number, you go to the position number. Once you find the values, you're going to say Q3 minus Q1. You take the actual values and then you just subtract. And the semi-interquartile range is very basic also. It's Q1 over Q3 over Q3 minus Q1 over 2. So here you subtract and divide by 2. Here you just find the difference between your quartiles. Very, very basic, very easy, nothing hectic, nothing stressful there. Then we do the last part is to find your box and whisker. So they can say find your box and whisker, meaning represent your information in a diagram so that you're able to interpret. So box and whisker. To do your box and whisker, you need to identify the 5-number summary. So 5-number summary. Very, very, very easy. Nothing hectic. Let me just use a highlighter there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. To 5-number summary, you need to identify the following. From the data given, you need to find the minimum value. Minimum value. What is the minimum value? It's the smallest number, smallest value there. And here you need what? The maximum value, which is the biggest number or the largest number in your data set. Then number 3, you need to find Q2. Q2 we said is what? Is the median. What is the median? The middle term. And obviously Q1 and Q3. So all of this, you need to know the formulas of finding the position number. So nothing hectic, nothing basic. I just want to do a quick question on this one, and then we're going to wrap up this session. Then the next video is going to be on group data, obviously, when we're dealing with the archives and filling in the table. So let's do this simple question. Let's say, I hope you can see what I'm writing there. Let's do one example so that you can see how to apply all those rules that we said. Let's say there are 11 learners in a class, in a grade 11 class. They wrote a test. Wrote a what? A math test. Yeah, math test. Out of how much? Out of 20 marks. Not bad, right? So these are the following. The following are their marks. How much they got. So the first person got 3. The other person got 4. The other person got 8. The other person got that, and the other person got 12. Another person got 12 again. Another person got what? 17. And then another person got 19. And then someone got total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's say 3 people got 4 marks. Yeah, so I'm sure I'm one of them. Yeah. Okay, so how many people are in this class? 11 people. So it's always important to identify the total number of people in the class. You need to identify that. You need to count. Number two, make sure that your data set is in ascending order. It's always advisable to make sure that your data is in ascending order first. If it's not, you just go ahead and put it. So with this one already, it's given in ascending order. Then you start answering the questions. So question number one, what is the mode? The mode is the most frequent number, as we said. So we look for numbers that repeat itself. 12 is repeating itself. 2 people got 12, but 3 people got 20. So what is the most frequent number? Is 20. So most people, not most people. 3 people got 20 marks. So that's the number that's repeating itself, basically. You just end there. You don't even have to explain. So we can't take 2 of them because this one is repeating itself more than this. If it was 2 numbers repeating itself at the same rate or number, then we're going to take both of them. We're going to say 12 and 20, and we call it a bimodal. But in this case, we leave it like that. Let's find the mean. The mean we said is the average, and is given by x bar equals to sigma that over n. So we're going to basically add all the values. Sorry, the first one is 3 plus 4 plus 8 plus 10 plus blah 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 plus 20. So you're going to do all of that. Just add all of this and divide it by how much? By 11. So I'm going to do it on the calculator. So 3 plus 4 plus, I hope it's focusing. You know, I had to do this video again because of something happened, but it's okay, it's all right. Okay, 145 over 11. So divided by 11, you get how much? You get 13,18. I hope you all understand. So you need to show all the steps. You need to show the formula, the steps, the part, the numerator after getting the answer, and then you write your final answer. So a question like this can be 3 marks or 2 marks, but just make sure to be on the safe side. You show all your workings. So now let's do this one. Let's do the median. The median, we said, is the middle number. It's given by the formula Q2. It's 1 over 2 n plus 1. This, we said, it gives you the what? The position number. So it's not whatever that you're going to get is not the answer. You need to go and count. So our data set already is in ascending order. So we say 1 over 2, 11 plus 1. 1 over 2 is 12. Half of 12 is how much? 6. Then I'm going to write this. Please look. I'm going to say, okay, the median is in the 6th position. 6th position. You get it? So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that right there becomes your median. Therefore, Q2 is 12. I hope you get it. I hope you're understanding it. So the formula gives you the position number, but you still need to go and find the what? The position number. Then number 4, let's find the range. Let's calculate the range. What is the range? We said is the largest value, subtract the smallest. So in this case, what is the biggest number is 20, and the smallest number obviously it's 3. So the median, the range is 17. So you get a mark for the formula, for the step, and for the answer. So make sure that you show all your workings. Don't just write the final answer. Show all your workings. And then we do number 5. I hope you can see that. Are you able to see? Okay, let me just fold it like that so that you have better. Okay, so now we're finding our quartiles. Quartile. Remember what quartiles do? They divide our data set into two equal parts, and all of that, and all of that, and all of that. So I'm going to find Q1. First, Q1 we said is 1 over 4 n plus 1. You need to know the formula. Q1, 1 over 4. Q2 is 1 over 2. Q3 is 1 over 3 over 4. So 1 over 4, open bracket, 11 plus 1 will give us 12. What is a quarter of 12? It's 3. Then we're going to say third position. Then you go to your data set and you actually count. 1, 2, 3, so 8 will be. Can you all see that in this half of the data, the middle term is 8? Can you all see that? I'm sure you can all see that. So therefore, Q1 is 8. And then Q3, I'm going to just put it there. It's 3 over 4 n plus 1. 3 over 4. N is 11. 11 plus 1. 12. Then you do your cancelling there. 4 goes into 12. 3 times 3 times 3 is 9. If you don't know what I did there, just press a calculator. So Q3 is in the 9th position. Therefore, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that first 20 there becomes a Q3. Therefore, Q3 is what? It's 20. Then if they say find IQR, do you still remember the formula for IQR? It's actually Q3 minus Q1, so it's 20 minus 8. 20 minus 8 is 12. So that will be your IQR. Obviously, the semi-interquartile range, you're going to divide that by 2, so we get 6. We're fine. Then we do the last thing, we draw the box and whisker. I will just finish with that. And whisker. So we said before you do this, what do you need to do? You need to label your 5-number summary. You find, all right, your minimum. Yeah. Spelling is the real thing. I hope that's the spelling. Q3, median is Q2, and then Q3, your upper quartile range, and Q1. So because we have worked out everything, it's easier now for us to identify the information. I hope you can see. Yes. Yeah. The median is what? What is the median? The minimum. The minimum value or mark there is 3. The maximum is 20, the highest mark. And then we calculated Q1, it's 8. And then 20 there, it's our Q3, and then Q2 is 12. So once we have all of this, what we're going to do, we're going to represent the box and whisker in a number line. So the box and whisker, it looks like something like this. You've got a box, you've got, this is your max, this is your minimum, this is Q1, Q2, Q3, then you're done. So nothing hectic, nothing scary right there. I'm going to do my interval 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay, I think it's fine there. So let's start with the first one. Is the median is 3. 3 is between these two, right? I can put it right there. And the largest number is there. So I'm going to write, okay, I'm going to label it at the end, and then we are done. So Q1 is what? 8. 8 is there. And Q2 is 12. It's there. And then Q3 it's Oh my, okay. Okay, so this one is not really a good example, but it's fine. So Q3 happens to be our maximum. So we basically don't have the other side on that side. But it's okay. It's okay. It works perfectly. So this happens to be the maximum value and Q3. So what are you going to label? You're going to write minimum value maximum, which happens to be what? Your Q3 also, and then you label what there? Q2. So you can identify you can label the information, give the examiner the info so that you show that you know what you are talking about. You are not just guessing. So right there. So this is the box and whisker. This is basically the summary of the group data. If you have any questions, please feel free to put it on the comment section. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.